Hello everyone and welcome to Warhammer. Today we're going to be doing our Orruk Warclans. It might be a two-part because of just the way that they've complicated how the factions work. Now that there's two factions in one book, they've decided to make it one. But anyway, Ironjawz, you've got, I don't remember covering these because it was also a little different. But you've got Mighty Destroyers once per turn. You pick a friendly Ironjawz not set up this turn to be the target. They can move 3 inches. It can move into combat. If it was in combat, it must end the move in combat. And then Ironjawz Waaagh, once per battle, you pick a friendly Ironjawz hero. For the rest of the turn, the following effects apply to friendly Ironjawz while they're wholly within 18 of the target. Add 1 to charge rolls and add 1 to the attacks of their melee weapons. Battle formation for Ironjawz, you've got the Ironjawz Brawl. When you make an unmodified charge rolls 8, plus for a friendly non-hero Ironjawz unit, add 1 to the attacks characteristic of their melee weapon. A Grunta Stampede, add the number of enemy units that have been destroyed this battle to the move characteristic of friendly Gork Gruntas and Maw Grunter units to a maximum of +4. That's pretty crazy. Iron Fist, the first time this turn that an enemy is destroyed by a fight ability used by a friendly Ironjawz unit, add 1 to hit rolls for combat attacks made by the next friendly Ironjawz unit that is picked to use a fight ability for the rest of the turn. And Weird Fist, friendly Ironjawz infantry units have a ward of 6 up while they're wholly within 12 of any friendly Ironjawz wizards or priest. And the heroic traits, you've got Hulking Brute. If they charge this turn, pick an enemy unit within an inch. Roll a d3 on a 2-up, inflict an amount of mortal damage on the target equal to the roll. If the unmodified charge roll was an 8-up, roll a d6 instead of a d3. And then reaction when you declare a redeploy command for a friendly Ironjawz unit wholly within 12. If you roll a 1 to 3 and determine the distance that unit can move, you can use a value of 4 instead. Then Mega Bossy, if this unit charges turn for the rest of the turn, add 1 to charge rolls for friendly Ironjawz units while they're wholly within 18. Then the Artifacts of Power, Trophy Skulls, add 10 to the unit's control score, or the Armor of Gork, you get a ward of 6 up, or the Amberbone Whetstone. During deployment phase, you pick one of these units' weapons, add 1 to the rend of their weapons for the rest of the battle. Those are some really good ones. Honestly, all of those are pretty good. The guy who would go for the ward, but spell lore, you've got the lore of the weird, because you have 6 Basham Lads. Pick a visible friendly Ironjawz unit wholly within 12. They get crit 2 hits for the rest of the turn. Casting value of 6, Mighty Headbutt, and visible enemy unit within 18, inflict d3 mortal damage on the target. If it's a wizard, inflict 3 mortal damage instead. Casting value of 7 to Great Big Green Hand of Gork. Pick a visible friendly unit wholly within 9, not in combat. Remove the target from the battlefield and set up again wholly within 24 of the caster, more than 9 from all enemy units. The Prayer Lore, answer value 4. And you pick a friendly Ironjawz Priest, Chance Prayer. Pick a visible friendly Ironjawz unit wholly within 12. 1 to charge rolls. If the chanting roll was an 8-up, add 1 to the number of dice to a maximum of 3. Casting value or answer value 4. Fixing Beat. Pick a visible friendly Ironjawz unit wholly within 12. Make a chanting roll of d6, and then it's heal d6 to the target. If the chanting roll was an 8-up, heal d3 plus 3. Then answer value 4. Pick a visible friendly Ironjawz unit wholly within 12. Add 1 to the damage of their melee weapons. If it was a chanting roll 8-up, you can pick up to 2 eligible units instead of 1. Then Kruleboyz battle traits. You get dirty tricks. I think we have gone over this one. But each battle round, the tricks become more difficult to do. And you get these 4. You can look at them, pause them if you so desire. Battle formations, you've got the Kruleboyz Claw. Friendly Kruleboyz units that are wholly within 3 inches of a terrain feature are not visible to enemy units that are more than 12 away from them. Middle Finger, pick up to 3 friendly Manskewer, Bolt Boys, or Beastskewer Killboy units. For the rest of the turn, add 3 to the range of their ranged weapons. Light Finger, Dead Sneaky. You can use the Sneak and Dirty Trick ability twice per turn instead of only once per turn. And then Trophy Finger. Companion weapons used by friendly Kruleboyz units have a crit 2 hits. The heroic traits, you've got Egomaniac. Well, this unit is within the combat range of a friendly non-hero infantry unit. This unit has a ward of 4 up, and basically you allocate damage points for each ward to the infantry unit instead of to this guy. So a 4-up shrug to a nearby unit. Backstab to pick an enemy hero in combat with both this unit and another friendly Kruleboyz unit. Inflict D3 mortal damage on the target, add 1 to the mortal damage for each friendly Kruleboyz unit in combat with the target in addition to the first 2 Kruleboyz units. And then Slippery Scumbag, if it's in combat, roll dice on a 3-up, it can immediately use the retreat ability as if it was your movement phase without any mortal damage. Artifacts of Power, the Eye Biter Ash, once per battle, pick an enemy unit in combat, subtract 1 from hit and wound rolls for the target for the rest of the turn. Once per battle, your opponent declared an attack ability. Mork's Eye Pebble for the rest of the turn. Friendly Kruleboyz units have a ward of 5 up while they're wholly within 12 of this unit. And Swamp Staff. If it's not a wizard, it can use the Unbind as if it was Wizard 1, otherwise add 1 to power level. Best one. That is the best one. I mean, assuming the spell lore is somewhat decent, which you've got casting value 5. Black Pit. Pick a visible enemy unit with an 18. Roll dice for each model in the unit for each 6-up, inflict mortal damage. Choking Mist, casting value 7. Pick a visible unit with an 18, subtract 1 from the attacks of their weapon. Or Mork's Cunning, casting value 6. Pick a visible friendly Kruleboyz unit wholly within 12. At the start of your next turn, add 1 to save rolls. Alright. Kragnos has the exact same rules as he has in the past 2 books. Gobsprat, Screaming Mandrake, once per battle ability. When your opponent declared a spell ability, you can unbind, but the unbind is 3d6 instead of 2d6. Crush to Death once per turn. Pick an enemy unit in combat, roll a dice. If it exceeds the target's health characteristic, a model in the target unit is slain. Mork says no. Each time this unit unbinds a spell, inflict d3 mortal damage on the caster. If the unbinding roll was like 10 plus, inflict a d6 mortal damage instead. And Strangle Hex, casting value 6, picks a visible enemy unit with an 18. Roll a number of dice equal to the target's health characteristic to a maximum of 10. For each 4-up, inflicts mortal damage on the target. Pretty good spell. Kill a boss on Corpse Ripper Vulture. You declare the redeployed command for friendly Gut Rippers wholly within 12. If you roll 1 to 3, you can use a value of 4 instead. Then the Vulture Dive, if it charged, pick an enemy unit with an int. Roll a number of dice equal to the unmodified charge roll. For each 4-up, inflict mortal damage. You got Kill Boss on Great Nashta. That's ours, you get. This unit is contesting objective you do not control. Add 1 to hit rolls for combat attacks made by friendly Kruleboyz infantry wholly within 12. And all part of the plan, pick another friendly Kruleboyz unit wholly within 9. Add 3 to the target's control score till the start of your next turn. Kill a boss with Stabgrot. Its Stabgrot is a token. If the Stabgrot's removed, it can no longer attack with the Stabgrot shield and cannot use the Unleash Stabgrot. Once per battle in any combat phase, you can unleash the Stabgrot, which is you pick one of the following effects. You either pick an enemy unit in combat and then inflict d3 mortal damage on them, or this unit has a ward of 5 up, and then you remove the Stabgrot from play. And then you declare the all-out attack for a friendly Kruleboyz infantry unit. If this unit is wholly within 12 inches of the unit using the all-out attack command, add 1 to wound rolls as well. Merkanob with Belcher Banner. Our Kragnos Flannery Kruleboyz units have a ward of 6 up wholly within 12. And then Breath of the Myrodrakes, pick each enemy unit in combat with this unit. Roll dice for each target. On a 1, the ability has no effect. On a 2 to 5, inflict a mortal damage on the target. On a 6, inflict d3 mortal damage on the target. Swamp Collar Shaman with Potgrot. The Potgrot's a token. Add 1 to the casting rolls while the Potgrot's on the battlefield. If you make an unmodified casting roll of 4 or less, remove the Potgrot. Then once per turn, you've got Foul Elixirs. Pick a friendly Kruleboyz infantry wholly within 12. Roll dice. On a 3-up, add 1 to the save rolls for the target for the rest of the turn. On a 1 to 2, inflict d3 allocate d3 damage points. Ward rolls can't be made. Gut Rippers. You scare tactics. You roll a dice. On a 3-up, subtract 1 from hit rolls for targets made by non-hero units that target the unit for the rest of the turn. The Monster Killers. Clutching Rot is a token. If it's removed, you can't use the Tough Grot to solo ability. Bait and Trap, pick an enemy monster in combat, roll a dice, add 1 to the roll of the target's damage. On a 3-up, the target has strike last for the rest of the turn. And then once per turn, when your opponent declares Rampage ability, if you're an enemy monster within 6, you roll a dice. On a 2-up, that Rampage ability has no effect. On a 1, remove the unit's Clutching Rat from the battlefield. So it basically drops a rock on its toe, I think. It bites it, and then gets stabbed. That's the idea. Swamp Boss Scumdrek. Count and crew in the deployment phase, you pick a friendly Hobgut Slittas. The rest of the battle, the target's Slittas have crit mortal. That's pretty, while they are wholly within 12. So they stay around. Bet Master deployment phase, pick an enemy unit to be the bet, add 1 to wound rolls for attacks made by this unit and friendly hub slitted that target the bet. And once per turn at the end of any turn, aggravate wounds, pick a monster in combat, roll a number of dice equal to the number of damage points the target has. For each 5-up, inflict a mortal damage on the target. Snatch a boss on Sludge Raker Beast, Sludge Raker Venom. Pick a friendly non-hero Kruleboyz unit holier than 12 of this unit to be the target. Roll dice on a 2-up for the rest of the turn. Add 1 to the damage characteristic of the target's melee weapons that have crit mortal. On a 1, inflict D3 mortal damage on the target. That's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Once per turn, end of any turn, Festering Wounds. Pick an enemy unit that had any damage points allocated to it this turn by this unit's combat attacks to be the target. Roll a d3 on a 2-up, inflict an amount of mortal damage on the target equal to the roll. Subtract 1 from wound rolls for attacks made by that target until the start of your next turn. Pretty decent character monsters. Marsh Crawler Slogoth. On the March passive, while they're wholly within 12 of this unit, friendly Kruleboyz infantry can charge, even if they ran, and at the start of any turn you heal d3. Break a boss on Minor Brute Trogoth. Break a harness, allocate d3 damage points to this unit. War rolls can't be made for it. For each damage point allocated to this unit by this ability, add 2 to the attacks of the Minor Brute's club for the rest of the turn. And then it heals d3 at the start of any turn. And then tear limb from limb. Once per turn, you pick an enemy infantry unit within an inch. Roll a dice. If the roll exceeds the target's health characteristic, a model in the target unit slain. Bonesplitterz, pick an enemy unit in combat for this unit to be the target. Roll a dice and a 3-up, inflict mortal damage on the target. This unit can immediately use the retreat as if it was your movement phase without any mortal damage being inflicted on it. And Skewer Boltboyz. Each time this unit uses a shoot ability, pick either the hasty shot or aim shot. If it has not used a move and was not set up, add 1 to hit rolls. So it gets more attacks with the hasty shot, less to hit. But that you get the same to hit if you don't move, except now the aim shot is hitting on 2s. Pretty strong. Beast Skewer Killbow, sorry. The skewering bolts for the rest of the turn, the damage characteristic of its beast skewer bolts is 6 if the target is a monster. And then pick them off if this unit has not used a move, add 1 to hit rolls, so it can hit on 3s. And that's going to be it for the Kruleboyz. I think we'll cover the Spearhead one, but I don't have time to finish the Ironjawz. Kill a boss on Great Gnawtooth with a Merkanob with Belcher 3 Man Skewer Boltboyz, 2 against a 5 Gut Rippers, and a Beast Skewer Killbow. Your ability is pick your general to use this ability, pick another friendly unit wholly within 12. Your general on the target gets strike first. Noisy Racket or Covered in Mud. Noisy Racket, you subtract 1 from wound rolls for attacks made by enemy units in the first battle round. Covered in Mud, you pick a friendly unit to use this ability. In this battle, the unit is not visible to enemy models that are more than 12 from it. I guess Covered in Mud. Then your enhancements, you give your general one of the following. Egomaniac. Basically, on a 4-up, you can allocate damage points to units Nayarian. Cunning Plan, pick a friendly unit wholly within 12. If the unit uses a retreat ability this turn, no mortal damage is inflicted and it can still use shoot and or charge abilities. That's strong. Orc's Eye Pebble once per battle. In the next shooting phase, friendly units have War to 5-up while they're wholly within 12 of your general. Now once per battle, Eyebiter Ash, pick an enemy unit in combat. On a 1 to 4, subtract 1 from hit rolls. On a 5-up, subtract 1 from hit rolls for the rest of the battle. You're going to want to go Cunning Plan or Egomaniac, one of the two. Kill a boss on Great Gnashtooth. You pick a friendly unit wholly within 9. You can't pick this unit, add 3 to the control score. The Kruleboyz does 6 damage against monsters. Merknob on Belcher Banner. You get your Fire Banner. And then Gut Rippers, you roll dice on a 3-up, subtract 1 from hit rolls for attacks that target this unit this phase. Has no effect on heroes. Boltboyz add 1 to hit rolls if they didn't move. And that's it. Let me know what units you're most excited for in the Kruleboyz. Ironjawz tomorrow, and that will probably be a pretty short one. But I just don't have time to export this video and get it out in time if I record them combined. But yeah, let me know what you think about Kruleboyz, and please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.